Hello everyone, today is Thursday, May 3rd. It's 3:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can see my computer clock on the right, and on my left is the time in sales at 3:07, the EMini S&P trading at 2627.50 right now. Really interesting day for the Autotrader today. I have a few interesting ideas to share with you. First up is the Dow EMini contract. Now, I've had somewhat of a difficult time getting settings for the Dow because the price at which it's trading is 23,700, and it often has moves of 400 or 500 points, albeit it's $5 a tick, but it's all relative. So I played around with the YM a little bit and came up with some new settings. I decided to go with the Kanashii chart because the Kanashii tick chart has worked really good on the Nasdaq and the EMini S&P, and I thought, why not try it on the DAX? And what I needed to do was go with higher time frames. And so the 1597 on the YM, this is the first time I've plotted this chart, and the performance was stellar. I've also plotted the Parabolic Indicator on here because in the Autotrader, the Parabolic can be used as a filter for either entries or exits. So as an exit filter, I have the sensitivity set at 2, and you set the bars, number of bars to be traded to activate the filter. Now, we are using the parabolic exit mode, but it really didn't kick in because on this one, we're trading 3 contracts, and my first target is 300 ticks, and second target is 600 ticks, and then the third one's a runner. So it's pretty rich. It's given it a lot of room to run, and it's a limit order with a 13 tick pullback. So today, and we're also using a higher time frame filter of Super Renko 8 tick, and that's what you see here in this red background. And this worked out really good today. This is a single trade, and so if we look at this in the context of the whole day, I'm just going to kind of scrunch this up. First thing I want to point out is how excellent the signals are just on the BWT indicators here, and then coincided with the parabolic as an exit filter. You're getting pretty good exit signals. And so, you know, even if you go back in the chart, there's quite a lot of good signals on the chart as well to catch moves like this and so forth. But to be able to automate it is what the Autotrader does, and on this chart today we hit our goal in a single trade, and you can see it here. We just got filled on our pullback of 13 ticks, and just a really solid trade here. So I'm pretty excited about the YM on a little bit higher time frames, and I'm using the higher time frame filter. So had we entered earlier, which we didn't because it was based on time, it starts trading a little bit after the open. Our start time on this is actually 9:30 at the regular session open. Just the way it worked out today was just excellent. A single short trade hitting a goal of 2,400 or 2,500 probably was our goal, so we probably had some slippage down here. But overall, very satisfied with the YM performance today, and looking forward to coming up with some more charts in a higher, you know, kind of less swing look for the Dow, and allowing it to get those 100 or 200 point or even 300 point moves. This trade went short at 23,712 and covered at 23,553. That is about 150 ticks per contract. Okay, next up is the Nasdaq on a regular 10 Renko chart, and today was just another solid performance. Our goal on this is 2,000, so we had a couple of ticks of positive slippage and some really nice looking trades here. So I wanted to point out another interesting feature of the Autotrader. You can choose to ignore a trade in the other direction simply because you get blue or red bars. By selecting the precision trend exit here, you can set this to 0, and what it does is if you go short or long, It just follows your money management, and it will not take a trade based on the precision trend algorithm or our volatility algorithm. And that's why we see these trades trading through blue bars or red bars. So on this trade here, if this precision trend exit filter was set to 1, then we would have gone long here, and this would have definitely been a losing trade, and then it might have got short here, but probably wouldn't have got filled on its limit order, and the trades wouldn't have worked out this way. So this trade here probably hit a stop loss and got stopped out there, but it's just another feature of the Autotrader. This algorithm, while the concept of buy on blue and sell on red seems simple, there are a lot of challenges in automating this kind of an algorithm and allowing for flexibility to take or not take certain trades. Okay, next up is the EMini S&P on a 1-minute chart, and we haven't seen this in a while, but today it did really well and hit its goal of 2,000. We had one tick of slippage, a couple of really nice looking trades, a very small loser here, but 2 excellent shorts for a solid performance on our regular 1-minute chart. Okay, this is another new chart I was trying on the DAX. It's a 100 tick line break chart, and this did pretty good. It did 1450 today, and it looks like it was shy of its goal, but nevertheless 1450 is still really solid performance. We're using a higher time frame filter of a Super Renko 8 tick chart, and you can see the trades here, pretty decent. We did draw down about $1,000 here, but once again the Autotrader's ability to recover from that is can be pretty solid. Okay, next up is the EMini S&P on a 1597 high Kanashii chart, and we had a short and a long, a familiar pattern, back-to-back trades, and this did 1,062. I think it's maybe shy of its goal. Our goal here on this one is 1,000, so actually we hit our goal and had strong positive slippage. Just want to tighten up the chart and show you some of the indicator signals used with our high Kanashii bars. Really great signals on the indicator. Anytime you see a couple of blue bars here, this could be filtered out by just changing your sensitivity slightly. Okay, next up is the mid cap on a Super Renko 10 tick, and this looks like it hit its goal on a single short trade, and our goal on this one is $1,000. So we had a couple of ticks of slippage at the end, but you can see here we had excellent position on our entry and our exit. Our entry being at 1872.60, and then our exit down here at 1866.80 is almost 100 points. Okay, next up is the EMini S&P on a regular 5 Renko chart with a Super Renko 8 as our higher time frame filter, and this has a goal of 1,000, which it hit on the nose with no slippage on 2 trades. It looks like we were trail stopped out here and then went short again and exited the trade. So this chart has been done quite well. The match of the Super Renko 8 tick as a higher time frame filter appears to work really well. You can see how it filtered out trades here and is matching most of the long and short positions, but filtering out these kinds of trades with the sensitivity to reversals here. So this goes to show that our higher time frame filter is a very valid methodology. Okay, next up is the EMini S&P on a Super Renko 6 tick chart, and this starts trading pre-market at about 8 o'clock or so, and we started off in the hole here drawing down about 500 or 250 per contract, and then came back with 3 winners in a row, a short, a long, and then another short, and that brought us to 925. Our goal on this is 1,000, so it's quite possible we hit our goal and had some slippage. Okay, next up is the crude oil on a Super Renko 6 tick chart, and this is moderately active today, but it looks like we did not draw down below our opening equity. There was a lot of winning trades here, some losers, but it was kind of a grind on this chart today. But nevertheless, it made it up to $810 trading 2 contracts. This is also using our line break logic. Okay, the EMini S&P on a Super Renko 4 tick, hitting its goal is 750, and probably had a tick of slippage at the end. Okay, next up is the EMini S&P on a Super Renko 2 tick, and this chart continues to impress. It's been very consistent. We see it all the time, and a couple of really great trades here with the higher time frame filter doing what it's supposed to do, and that is to filter out these whipsaw trades and volatility in the market. So doing a really good job with excellent trade placement and hitting our goal of 750. Okay, that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.